says it's gonna rain. Don't worry, girl, it won't change a thing.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features one of the more dangerous pass rushes. The Chargers are top 10 in total sacks, and they'll be up against the Raiders' offensive line that wants to shut that down. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
America's finest city on about as fine a Sunday afternoon as you're ever going to see. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and the San Diego Chargers. Winston now to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 59 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. From the red zone now, Winston. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's second down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Throwing again, Winston on second. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
Third and long for Winston. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Khalil Mack in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
3 yards to go here on second down. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
4 yards remaining now on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Raiders have taken the early lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front, have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Mario Edwards in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now a second down throw for Winston. Under pressure, they got him again. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Winston from the gun on third down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And he did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a first down. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. Try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 22 on that one. Good enough for an Oakland first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down run for Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now San Diego getting set to go. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
So 1 yard to go here on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. This is screen to Abdullah. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
Easy.
They'll throw again. Winston. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
So bad. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On second down, Winston again. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete right around the 8. 1 yard is the gain there. It'll bring up second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We'll come back to San Diego after this timeout. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
And now San Diego getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the left. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. He'll come out throwing here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, it's Murray. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Mario Edwards in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. 3rd and long for Winston. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got time. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this throw will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And tough starting field position here. Back near his own goal line, Winston finding time. He's going to launch the... And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Their dangerous wide receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime.
Jeez, don't you at least want your guys to get a drink of water? Probably pretty thirsty.
Whatever, your wish, our command. Third quarter now. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. Back to throw here. Surveying the field. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking for someone to... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. throwing the interception. Winston. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
A second down run for Abdullah. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And they're going to speed things up here. Winston. This is screen to Abdullah. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on, or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Jameis now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Greg Hardy in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run the counter with Murray. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Marquette King now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. This is fielded at the 7. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And right side, Henry's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 18 yards on the pickup there. And the Chargers are going to have a first down. A first down throw for Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. Second down, Winston. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Jameis to throw it. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Following the interception, Winston. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
That one was tipped in the air and became almost a 50-50 ball. No one came up with it, so it turned into an incompletion. But remember, on the previous drive, he threw an interception. I think that one almost caused a well, not almost. I think that one caused a mental flashback for everyone. Threw the pick before. Could this turn into a second one? And how would that alter the game for him?
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. On the run, Abdullah. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. One receiver left. That's Allen. On 3rd down, Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready. Blue ready. White.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. 11 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Winston. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. Fresh set of downs here. First down, Winston. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From the red zone now, Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Winston. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Boy, Keenan Allen couldn't pull that one in, and now it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now Winston on 4th down. And it's complete. Henry. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Winston to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they're operating in the red zone. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 1st down, Abdullah. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Second down and 4. The gun. They'll look to throw. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw now on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf.
Oh, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. And now San Diego getting set to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part 1 is done, now part 2. Now the first throw in overtime for Winston. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a San Diego first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Jameis to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. 5 yards to gain here on third down. To the air again with Winston. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Okay, so interesting here. A field goal would win this thing, but the kicking team on the sideline, and they're going for it on fourth down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Well, the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on fourth down, and they convert another one right here to move the chains.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Winston to throw it this time. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. A good gain of 14. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Winston now to throw on first down. Allen's got it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Winston. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will be their 3rd and final in this overtime session. And as they talk it over, we take a break. We'll be right back. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Shift together here from the D-line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
So the chain gang now done for the drive ball on the 10, first and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So now this one's going to rest. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now a first carry for their fullback. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
So now this one's going to rest on the foot of the... Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here in overtime, and we'll be back. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Raiders, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile,